Demon Hunter again. We're just gonna keep Brew. Mulligan these. This is a very good hand. Doing non-Highlander Shaman decks. I have a Spell Power Dragon Shaman deck.
I see.
How did we all think Trogzor was insane when they previewed it? People massively overreacted to Trogzor because of the popularity of Miracle Rogue at the time, which is an extremely spell-heavy like combo deck, and then just didn't think about the fact that you can just sap a Trogzor before you go off. What do you think about the upcoming Battlegrounds changes? I mean, they're basically exactly what I said they should do, so
You don't pick the
I feel pretty good about them. What are they changing? Moving Little Rag to tier 6. Moving Gentle Jin to we have all the juice here. All the toys.
Nature speaks to you. Listen.
But yeah, they're moving Little Rag to tier 6, nerfing Ragnaros, nerfing Maev, buffing Patchwork, buffing Cindergosa, removing Bartendatron. An aggro blade dance. Yeah, remove Pogo, nerfs Jandis. How would you rework Bartendatron? I don't know. I think that you need some like Bartendatron's something you need like pretty specific, like, you know, how do you pretty specific, like, you know, how do you you know, shuffle some numbers around for it. You talk about how Kibler's been at least 90% accurate in the last BG changes in like 2 off-flavor rotations. You know, I have some clue about what I'm talking about when it comes to games. Turns out. I'm just gonna Earthquake this, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, they buff Shinvala. Yeah, Jandis is very good without Pogos, but Jandis is boring with Pogos, right? It's just, it's an extremely, you know, way that the hero is extremely powerful without actually being very interesting. So I think it's a very good change. That's, I mean, it's exactly what I suggested.
Our enemies will fall.
So I have... Okay, maybe have one more fragment though. Like, do you know how it's gonna beat in a row? It's a good question. An excellent question. This is our 3rd in a row right now. We beat the last 2. It's stupid to see Pogos removed after all this time because they added Jandis. I mean, the thing is, Pogos were always just a meme, basically, right? Like, you basically only had like Bran or Shutterwalk that ever actually played them, and almost every single time you saw Pogo, you were like, ugh, God. You know, a Pogo. I wish it was a real unit, right? I think that Pogos were like kind of more trouble than they were worth. You know, I think Jandis is interesting. I don't think Pogos are particularly interesting in the vast majority of games.
Time grows short.
Okay. I think you can just Tidal Wave here. Tidal Wave is gain 12, clear this board. I am in a slightly awkward spot if my opponent does just play Soul Theologist, though.
Alas, poor warlock.
Any changes I think need to be made to standard at the moment? I just want new cards. You know, we're late enough in the cycle that I feel like... And I feel like the metagames actually feels pretty good. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier, like, I do think that there's a little bit too much you know, a little bit too much generation. We're doing this.
Repeat that.
Making our opponent cry.
Write that down.
I'll write that down. Make sure we use the correct brew. Would I rather have a totem or 1 life? I'd rather have 1 life. But yeah, I mean, like, optimally, I mentioned this, you know, for years, right? Optimally, I'd like to just see slightly more frequent releases, right? I love what they did with Galakrond's Awakening. I think adding content, like, even if it's not like a full expansion, you know, in mid-expansion cycle, is great.
Our enemies will fall. And suffering await you.
Okay.
You want my respect? Earn it.
Such a beautiful sheath.
You think the set should be bigger? I actually don't think sets being, like, bigger is necessarily, like, that valuable compared to just, like, there being more stuff that comes out more frequently. We already have a Reliquary Prime in the deck, but I'd rather have another Reliquary Prime rather than a 2-drop, I think.
And suffering await you.
So my opponents used both Lapidaries, both Adepts, both Twin Slices. Has 1 second slice, no Blade Dance. Feel the Hearthstone game become too long? No. I think that there are certainly some games that go on for a long time, but when you're playing a deck that itself has, you know, it intends to play a long game, you sort of opt into that, right? Like, if you're playing like a deck like the one I'm playing right now, yeah, sometimes you have games that are like, you know, an hour long, but you're sort of to blame for that yourself because you chose to play, you know, a deck that is pretty slow. Well, Rumbler's obviously great here. Clear your guy, make a 5/6. Opponent has another Shard Shatter. Still has a Panthara. We'll just chill. I also want to make sure I have max mana to be able to Fireheart.
They're not trapped. They're my friends.
Love Shaman, but you feel like card draw lets you down in this deck? I mean, you obviously don't necessarily have the best card draw as Shaman, so you're playing a little bit of a different, less consistent game than some other classes that have better card draw. Oh wait, I thought you'd already used 2 Lapidaries. Now I'm confused. Alright, well, now I guess you're out of Lapidaries.
Never be afraid of your inner power.
Eye of the Storm makes it really difficult for my opponent to ever punch me again. Yeah, we're taking Eye of the Storm. They've already used both Blade Dances. Opponent does have Sociologist left, but we have the Hagathis scheme. Opponent has a Shard Shatter Mystic, Skull of Gul'dan. I mean, my opponent's deck is 8 cards, but 5 of them are Soul Fragments. They just don't have very much left. For the Knack-style Soul Adventures and newer Dungeon Run variations, like, I think that the Dungeon Run style stuff is more interesting than just, like, the individual boss encounters. It's more dynamic.
Hide behind yourself.
Okay, there's the Kane.
Still time grows short.
Well, once we kill Kane, Eye of the Storm is just, like, basically... There's all the Soul Fragments. So yeah, the Glade-bound Adepts are gone. Okay, well, literally, you have... Fragment? We can also... Oh, no, we can't Zephyrus because we have the 2 reliquaries.
Hands-on experience.
Not many cards left.
So yeah, you have a Soul Fragment.
Out of cards.
You have no cards in your deck, and one of your cards is Sociologist, I think.
Alas.
Yeah, I think your hand is like Sociologist spell. Shiro, we did it! We out-healed all their stuff. That's our whole plan. Shiro, now you're ready. Next time, you beat the Demon Hunter, okay?
I cannot wait to read these.
Yeah, we just want this. With Storm, can possibly just clear next turn. We hit this, Storm.
Round 2.
I do love a good study session.
Whoa. I mean, we could. Lightning Bloom, Ethereal, Lightning Storm into whatever. I think I'm just doing this.
A clear garden for a clear.
I do love a good study session.
Well, Gruul is cool.
I must have slain 100 or so. Suffering await you.
I think we need to Storm first to get the 3 and then Torrent. Yeah. We don't want another one of those because we still have both Zeph and Alex left, and this isn't that I think we need to just kill this with this now. So. We're an awkward spot. Our opponent can just... No, actually can't play Limb of Hope this turn. We're fairly low on resources right now.
Impurity will not be tolerated.
Don't leave me.
Yeah, this matchup's pretty difficult. This is one of the matchups that I struggled with. In particular against pure Paladin with Lightforge Crusader. Because Crusader, just giving them a bunch of big bursts of resources, makes it difficult to ever really grind it out. This is a very grindy deck that I'm playing, so...
Do try to keep yourselves alive.
Onward to adventure.
Reporting for duty.
My lunch is done, and I'm sharing the remnants with Shiro. Yep. Can I get a Hex? Oh. I can. No, in this matchup, opponents already used a Libram. I think we actually just, we don't bother with Hex. We just Zephyrus for Natalie Celine.
Your wish is my suggestion.
The void is filled with many whispers.
By the holy light!
Top 5 vegetables. I'm not really a huge vegetable fan, to be honest. But there are some vegetables that I eat a lot. Oh, there's a second Libram. Ugh. Okay. At least you're attacking.
Reporting for duty.
Not on my watch.
Okay. Okay.
Alakazam!
Please don't let my weapon the evils of lettuce. Yeah, lettuce is the worst. Okay. That's kind of funny. That's usually not very good against the control deck, but... Healing totem? No, that sucks. Okay. Fireheart's good. Fireheart's very good.
I must have slain 100 or so.
Sure. Dear. Alright. That sucks. Sure, you have a good lunch. Oh! Huh. I guess we're just gonna Varanus kill this. Leave our opponent with 5-1, 3-1. We still have this. Yeah? Alright. Opponent still has a Libram of Hope and still has Liadrin. They've played, what? 1, 2,
Become the
3.
hero. This world cannot wait to read these.
Okay. Okay.
Greatness calls.
Yeah, those are some big fellas. We have 7 already. I'm just Firehearting.
Never be afraid of your inner power.
That gives us 10 damage. $14 damage. Lethal.
By the holy light!
Fireheart teaching me how to find lethal. That was a game where I put it in Nazaried, and then I just burned them out with my control deck. Okay, that was a satisfying victory. That's a tough matchup too. Like I said, that is a very tough matchup. Fortunately, my opponent never Liadrined, which is one of the really important cards for them, and we blew him up.